Price. This is Phillip's one big tray of your cut and plant succulent tiles. So you're going to get this home for 3 easy payments of $7.33 with free shipping and handling. This has been wildly popular at the QVC price of $31.50. Well, we just took about $10 off the price, so I am thrilled with that.
Wow.
But this is a great price.
Yes,
shipping
indeed.
For free.
My word.
It's a problem solver. So Phillip,
Yes.
tell me what this is. And by the way, I say that like I don't know. I already have mine at home.
I know you know. I'm looking forward to coming to your party, by the way.
I can't wait. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you.
I love these, and these are indestructible. In fact, this is the only live plant item that we will be shipping out that if you don't water it and it stays in your driveway until next year, it's not going to die.
Wait, I'm seeing flowers here.
Yes, and the flowers that you see there starting, those are the ice plants. I've got a mixture of different colored ice plants in here, also different types of sedum. These are hardy perennials. These come back every single year. They'll grow in the hot, dry areas where everything else has died, you know, by the side of your driveway. But also, take a look at this. See this container with the beautiful ice plants there? Let me just show you this. I am going to take a 2.5 by 2.5 plug.
Okay.
Look at this. And I'm sticking it in the middle of this pot. Look at that. Okay. In 6 weeks.
Wait, so this
in 6 weeks becomes this. It completely fills the pot up.
Oh my gosh.
And so look at this. We've got all of this. This is the way it is. You can get 16 2.5 by 2.5 inch plugs here. If you planted them a foot apart, lined them up, you've got a 16-foot
Wait a second.
long.
I want everyone to understand.
Yes.
This can turn into 16 of these.
16 of those.
And then guess
yes.
what? Next year, even more. And you don't even have to plant them in the ground. I have found that Phillip's tiles make some of the most beautiful succulent planters. I mix them with my hens and chicks, and you just can't kill them.
No, you can't. And I'm telling you,
200 already ordered.
Every little piece that falls off becomes a plant. And what I do is I save my trays, I put some soil in there, and I'll throw the little bits in the trays. By the end of the summer, I've got another whole tray. Now, take a look at this. If you've got stepping stones, look at this. Plant them like this. And by the way, these are so easy, you don't even have to use scissors. I can just pull these apart because they hold together. Plant these a foot apart with your stepping stones. This will fill in 6 or 7 weeks. So don't cheat yourself and put the whole thing out in one place.
Now, Phillip, this idea of your cut and plant tiles, this is not new. You've been doing this for years. It is one of your signatures. But now, combining it with the ice plants, I love the succulents and then the succulents with these gorgeous flowers.
And also, we talked about pollinators earlier in the show when you had Katie over there with her beautiful lavenders. That's what they also grow on rooftops because it's very shallow rooted. If you've got small pots or troughs or window boxes that dry out all the time, put these there. That is your permanent planting. They're there all the time. Even in the wintertime, they look like jewels. That's the way it looks in the winter.
Wow.
Look at that. And that's just one of the varieties of the sedums. All of these come back. It is a rainbow of foliage, texture, and also blooms. The butterflies will come to this. The hummingbirds will come to it.
Replaces mulch, which is great.
But look how beautiful that is. That's a wintertime look also.
Now, this is how I like to do it.
Yes.
This is some of my favorite succulent planting for containers, and I mix it with the hens and chicks, and it really fills in all those spaces, and then it just never dies.
Well, with the hens and chicks is a great companion. Also, the lavender you had on earlier, it's a great companion for that, or also with the alliums. If you've got a rock garden, look at this. If you've got an area, this one piece, look at this. That becomes the one thing over there, this whole thing. But if you've got a rock garden and say, oh, it's too hot for anything, it's too dry for anything, or I'm too lazy to take care of it, this will take care of itself.
I have to tell everybody, so over 600 have been ordered. Here's the thing though, we are so busy on the phone line. So QVC.com, best way to order. If you have your mobile app, do that. Don't wait. The price is going up at the end of the day. We dropped the price about $10 just for today, but price is going up. Many, many years ago, I'm thinking probably like maybe 12 years ago when I first bought my house that I live in now, Phillip gave me It was really the precursor to this. He brought over some plants.
Right.
And you know, I didn't get around to planting them right away. And every time I saw them, I felt a little guilty because here my friend Philip gave me these plants and I didn't plant them. Can I tell you, they sat in my hot driveway, not getting planted.
Or watered.
Or watered, and still survived. And do you know, 12 years on, I still have pieces of that everywhere.
As
I
you will.
still go and pick pieces and put them in new planters all the time. But mine didn't have ice plants. Now the ice plants
They
with the
didn't have the
flowers.
ice plants, but what you pointed out early on, which I love, is that you get 16 of these 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch squares out of each one. Just pull them apart. Each one
You'll get
within 6
16
or
of
7
these.
weeks. 16 of these you'll have. Permanent pots. And also, if you've got window boxes that are always drying out, or if you've got just low pots where bulbs are coming up
Yeah.
through it, your sedums and your ice plants will survive all winter. You don't have to bring them in. There's no special care. If you forget to water them, they're like, oh, it's okay. We weren't that thirsty anyway.
And you know, here's how I like to do it. I like just seeing them in planters. I think succulents are so pretty. Each succulent is like just a little masterpiece. All of the textures and the colors, and they almost remind me of like just like little miniatures. Why you like looking in a snow globe or something, or like
Yes.
like each one is just so delicate.
But like for the fairy gardens,
Yes,
for
they're
children's gardens.
So pretty and lovely. And when I say each one's delicate, they only look delicate. They can really take a fair amount of abuse
Yes.
and come back year after
and
year
great
after
to
year.
share. But if you've got a pathway and you've got this rainbow, see, that's just one color. If you've got the rainbow down it, keep in mind, one of these trays will do a 16-foot long edging to it.
Wait,
So
for
you-
$21.98, I can get 16 feet.
16 feet. In 7 weeks, it'll be solid and it'll be a foot
In
wide.
7 weeks, I can have
Solid.
16 feet, and we're shipping it for free.
16 feet. So you can do the math on that. And also know this, of all the things that I ship, when this one comes, take it out of its box, put it out in the sun, and you can water it the first day. If you don't remember until 30 days later, it is still going to be alive.
gonna be okay.
That's what I love about this. Of all the things I offer, it's indestructible. My grandmother had these, but along the hot driveway in Crystal Springs, Mississippi, that's where I first saw them. She didn't have all these varieties.
And she did not have those ice plants. And I
She
want to
did
show you,
not.
these ice plants have not even fully opened yet. But I want to show you, these are going to open into really pretty flowers. I
Yes.
just wanted to give you an idea. So loads of flowers, loads of interest, so pretty.
all the beautiful texture.
2,100 have
And
now
it's
been
grown
ordered.
on a cocoa mat. Look at this. You can peel the cocoa mat off to cut it a little bit easier. But again, you don't even have to cut it. You can pull these bits apart. This one bit in this one pot in 6 or 7 weeks is this 16 pots.
I've dropped
worth.
them on the ground, didn't even know it. Look, next thing I knew, I had a plant. Like, they really are awesome. Now,
Yes.
Philip also is coming to us with his petunias a little later,
Yeah.
and we're going to talk about why, don't tell me yet, we'll give us a little tease, why Philip